Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. My pleasure to have with us here today book author Kristin Tillquist. She authored Capitalizing on Kindness, Why 21st Century Professionals Need to Be Nice. Kristin, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good, good. Is there such a thing as nice and kindness and capitalism, Kristin? Come on.
Absolutely there is. And I think that especially in the 21st century business world, kindness is needed during difficult economic times.
Yeah. I think it helps us all get through the day, doesn't it, when we're having to deal with a company or group or organization, when they're actually kind to you, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And really now, with so much competition and resources seeming to kind of dwindle before our eyes, we can't afford not to be nice, because being kind and nice and caring in business really distinguishes a person and a business. All
right. Is it safe to say, to be successful in the 21st century, in fact, the global marketplace, that you need many things, and then what are several examples of that, if that is the case?
Well, you need a business strategy. You need well-articulated goals. You need to know what you're trying to accomplish. You need a good product.
Yeah.
But more than any of that, you need kindness and caring to show the clients and customers that you're working with and the employees you're working with that you care about their best interests alongside with your own best interests.
Sure. All right. Now, kindness is a key business asset in many ways. Wouldn't you agree with that?
It absolutely is, and I'm glad you say that, because it is really the most important of all the other assets, because if you don't have caring and you don't show caring in business, the other assets won't matter, because people won't frequent your services or your business without knowing that they're being cared for. They'll just go elsewhere. They've got so many other choices.
Sure. Now, some people actually see a choice between being kind or being successful, but you know what? I say in business that you have no choice but to be kind if you're going to be successful.
That's an excellent way to put it, actually. I really think that makes a lot of sense. And what you can do in order to be both kind and successful in business is you're going to be smart and savvy about it. You're going to use kindness as a business strategy. Of course, kindness is for the benefit of other people.
Yeah.
And that's what the word kindness means. But it also is for the benefit of your own benefit and your own bottom line. And it allows the nice guy stigma to disappear and lets the nice guys come out of their closet and say, this is who I am and this is why I'm successful.
Well, first off, kindness starts with a phone call. The person answering the phone at any business. It starts there, and then it goes on. In fact, you can even leverage kindness in many different ways to meet your business objectives in addition to your clients' objectives. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree, and companies can do a lot to train employees. They can avoid a lot of costly consulting and training fees, which through customer service, and instead just focus on caring, focus on kindness, and train and hire employees who have those qualities and who really show that to the customers, and also for employees to other employees and colleagues to create that office environment that's very productive.
Sure. All right, let's talk about the opposite side of kindness. Let's face it, if you don't have kindness in the workplace or kindness dealing with clients, it can be very bad for the business. What would be a good example of that, and how could a business improve it?
Well, the important thing to remember is that we need, especially in the down economy, you need customers that are going to be loyal and committed to your business services and products, even more when the competition is out there.
Right.
So it's 5 to 12 times more expensive to gain a new customer than to simply keep an existing one.
Right.
So you want to treat your current customers like royalty. I mean, you really want to invest in your current customers and make sure that, as you mentioned, that from the first phone call onward, they are being treated so exceptionally well. It goes beyond customer service. It goes as far into customer care.
Sure.
You need to make strong investments in that area.
Right. All right. So you're absolutely right. It's very important. Not only do you need to massage that relationship with that customer, but in the end, even when the products and goods and services are delivered, even going as far as doing the follow-ups, this is all encompassing in making sure that the clients absolutely had a great experience, a positive one, if you will. Would you agree with that?
Exactly, and the individual business person as well, the individual professional, can do a whole variety of things to build their kindness reserve account. You want to do favors for other people before they need help. You want to do favors for your clients and customers, and that builds up a sort of a reciprocity reserve so that when you are in need or when you need a referral yourself or a deadline met that's exceptionally tight, those people will come through for you. You can be guaranteed at that point they'll come through for you, not just because they're kind and they want to do it, but also because you've built up that reserve, and that's extremely useful in a down economy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and where we call on to the customers, okay? All right, now, we talked a minute ago as far as competition. It's stiff. I mean, it's in some areas, in telecom, I can't even say it's absolutely brutal in other areas, but nonetheless, competition stiffs out there. And also with an ever-evolving technology and escalating expectations from our clients and customers, you can't blame expectations on the rise. But doesn't kindness kind of wrap all this together in a overall plan for success?
Yes, definitely. And what you want to do is really comprehensively you prepare kindness as part of your business strategy. So you want to think about how in the competitive economy can I develop solid business partners and find new and innovative collaborations that increase resources for all. And really a zero-sum kind of mentality where there's only a limited amount of resources is a limiting one in business, and it's not a successful strategy in the 21st century, especially with technology, as you mentioned, and the Internet and the shifting in resources and globalization.
Sure. Now, let's talk about that for a moment, because let's face it, folks. Resources is very critical, especially to a small business. Being kind doesn't cost you anything, does it?
That's absolutely true, and it actually brings back resources to you, because you think about a negotiation. If you can figure out what the other person really and truly needs, what is their core issue, and you can give it to them, then you're going to be able to get what you actually wanted, and that will build resources for the both.
All right. Now, in capitalizing on kindness, you write about 5 different powers of kindness. Name several of them, and for the rest, they can pick up a copy of the book.
Right. The main ones are really building the power of reputation, building a caring reputation. Really, the power of reciprocity is another exceptionally important one, where you build that reciprocity reserves in advance of really needing them.
Sure.
And then the power of personality is really important, too. A positive personality will help you succeed in so many ways by making other people feel good, and then their productivity as employees, for example, when working for someone who is positive, is proven by hundreds of studies to go up extremely far.
Right. How far can a business go on just reputation alone?
Well, reputation is necessary.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a positive, caring reputation, the rest does not matter.
Right. Yeah, you almost defy the laws of gravity if you don't have any of those things, do you? You know?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you need those. And you see so many examples of businesses that fail to have a caring reputation, and it really doesn't matter at that point if their products are great. People will go elsewhere.
Yeah, they'll just spend their money elsewhere. All right, Kristin, where can we find a book today, Capitalizing on Kindness?
Well, it's in the Borders and Barnes & Noble, Amazon.com, all over the nation and all over the world, actually, online.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a website?
I do. Thank you for asking. It's at kindnesscapital.com.
All right, kindnesscapital.com?
Yes.
All right, kindnesscapital.com. Head on over there today. Of course, we do appreciate you coming on today. Kristin Tillquist we'll go out there of Capitalizing on Kindness, Why 21st Century Professionals Need to Be Nice. Kristin, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure talking with you.
You're more than welcome. All right, there you have it. Go out today, get a copy of the book. You can go to Barnes & Noble. Hey, you know what? Amazon.com, perfect place to go, too. Anywhere where fine books are sold, you can get a copy of Capitalizing on Kindness today.